What's an incorrect thing you were taught in sex ed? Hi, the state of sex ed in America is bad enough that I hope you learn something today. Be safe out there. We had a class where an outside speaker came in and gave a 15-minute lecture on why condoms don't work. She fucking tossed her baseball through a hula hoop and said that's how easy it is for sperm to go through latex. Clearly the goal here was abstinence, but what a fucking dumb way to sell it. Expected takeaway: if condoms are that ineffective, I better not have sex at all then, just to be safe. Actual takeaway: well, if condoms basically do nothing, I won't bother using them. And that's why areas with abstinence only sex ed have higher rates of teen pregnancy. We had another one of those, but she was more focused on porn. She claimed that if you watched porn, when you finally got around to have sex, you'd be suddenly assaulted by memories of things you saw in porn to the point that you'd be overwhelmed by a feeling of disgust and repulsiveness that would make you unable to actually have sex. Ironically, that was the one random memory that assaulted me while I was getting it on for the first time. We had something similar at one of my schools. A guy and his wife came in and had this giant lecture about how you need to marry the first person you date or else you'll be left emotionally traumatized because of breakups and never be able to have a stable relationship or get married. That's basically emotional abuse at the classroom level. 6th grade math teacher doubled as sex ed teacher for a few weeks. Told us that if we shave our pubes that they would never grow back, or if we were to trim they'd stay that length forever. Sometimes I wish it were true. Can you imagine how useful this would be? Pick a length, cut it down and keep it that way. Made a mistake? Ah well, shave it all off, you now have a free Brazilian for life. Nothing about ovulation. Thought girls can get pregnant anytime as a woman. I was also taught this, and as an adult that eventually ended up having to really track things in order to get pregnant, and also avoid pregnancy for years on end. I am so disillusioned by female health education. But I thought girls can get pregnant anytime, and it was just more likely when they were ovulating? Well, for a pregnancy to happen, there needs to be an egg. The ovo. The ovulation is the release of that egg. The confusion happens because women can ovulate irregularly, which will make a usually safe time and safe. The short of it is this: if you don't want a pregnancy, wear a condom. There is no real safe times. Also, some women ovulate more than once during a cycle. Just wear condoms. Everybody. Also, sperm can stay alive in a woman's body for up to 5 days, so even if they weren't ovulating when sex happened, they can still get pregnant from it. Just wear condoms. Condoms do absolutely nothing to stop HIV. He literally drew a big circle on the whiteboard, took a ping pong ball and bounced it in the circle over and over and said that the ball was HIV going through pores in latex. So we learned we were going to get AIDS even if we used condoms. Reminds me of my time in Catholic school. We had religion class, which was taught by a priest. He had no authority to teach sex ed in that class but did so anyways. Draws a spiral on the chalkboard, turns to the class. This is your anus. Then grabs a ruler and stabs at the chalkboard. As you can see, the ruler cannot enter it. Therefore this disproved gay sex or something somehow in some way. I was taught in high school that bi people always date 2 people at once and therefore have twice the amount of STDs. Thanks, Ohio. Edit. I'm bi and Ohio taught me nothing. As a bisexual, I can confirm that this is bullshit. No, me being bisexual does not mean I am poly. Nor does it mean I love you any less because you don't fulfill all my desires. Nor does it mean I will be more likely to cheat, etc. That if you missed a period you were definitely pregnant. I remember being about 13 and I missed my period and started freaking out. I had never had sex, so how could I be pregnant? Am I the next Virgin Mary? Number. It's normal for a woman to miss a period every once in a while, it seems. I just wish my school would have said things like, sometimes you miss your period for various reasons, but also be cautious of it if you're sexually active. But no. No period? Pregnant. So anorexic / stressed / whatever people are just perma-pregnant. I see. God, right? And add to that my grandma telling me I'd get pregnant if I didn't wash out the bathtub well enough because she thought my dad jerked in there, and I was positive that my lazy ass who hadn't washed the shower well enough before my bath or shower, because I also did after, had gotten virgin pregnant by my dad and was going to die from pain when I gave birth without even having sex from an incest baby. Yep. I would panic for months with a super late period and was way too afraid to ask my parents for a pregnancy test and wasn't yet old enough by their estimation to shop online. WTF grandma? If you swallow semen, you'll get pregnant. While that declaration is incorrect, at least one woman has given birth while not having a vagina. She swallowed semen and was soon after stabbed in the stomach by her jilted ex. Well, alright then. Condoms have a 98% failure rate and also do not help prevent the spread of STDs. Best part was it was a fucking priest giving the lecture and he called several people who questioned him on this silly for believing the lies of the sex industry. Penis goes into shampoo bottle, not into girl. Shampoo bottle fleshlight might not be the worst idea ever, though. Edit. Assuming an abnormally wide top, at least. Oh, look at Mr. Big Shot over here with a diameter wider than a dime. Double bagging it was twice as secure. How dumb. Each will tear the other up. That's why I quadruple wrap it. Then they just pair off and tear their partner off. Odd wrappings only. Want to be featured in my videos? Become a patron at the Patreon link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe for new videos every day. When you'll get older you will have sex. Silly teacher. Reality is often disappointing. That you can contact HIV/AIDS through hugging someone. Wow, who would say that so bluntly? This only applies to premarital hugging. Don't even get me started on unprotected hand holdage. Well, you can get AIDS from a toilet seat, but only if you sit down before the other guy gets up. They made it sound like you could get HIV by shaking hands with, and that if you sleep with someone with HIV you're pretty much doomed for life. But it's actually pretty damn hard to get HIV sexually even without a condom. According to the CDC, the risk of getting HIV as a woman having sex with a HIV positive man is 0.08%, 8 per 10,000, and a man having sex with a HIV positive woman is only 0.04% even without a condom. I've seen less conservative figures of about 1% chance for getting HIV from a HIV positive source sexually, but it's still super hard to get it without sharing needles or sleeping with a partner many times. How to put a condom on a banana. I do it but my girlfriend still gets pregnant. Please help. Easy, reverse the condoms. Have sex again and she gonna run pregnant. Males think about sex every 7 seconds. At the time I was like, what the fuck? Wait, not every 7 seconds a male thinks about sex, but males think about sex every 7 seconds? Even if it was just a sex involved word like penis or foreplay, that would be very interruptive of the brain. Okay, 2 divided by 3 is oh shit. Anyways, 2 divided by 3 multiplied by orgasm. Fuck, I can't do this. I'm still angry about this. My sex ed teacher, female, was asked by a girl, what happens if a guy pees inside of a woman? She responded that a man can't pee with an erection. I am a guy. I knew from hundreds of frustrating mornings that this absolutely was not true, and yet I said nothing. To this day I'm half tempted to pee inside my so just to spite her, and also because I still don't know what would happen. LOL, I suspect she'd just leak pee and feel gross. That uncircumcised means dirty. Improper hygiene equals dirty. Having more skin doesn't. This makes me sad. I hate it when I see things like that being said. I tend to lean towards if evolution believes that it should be there, then it likely should. Technically correct but funny/inappropriate how it was taught. Teacher, now girls, it is important that you wear protection. If you don't, you can catch an STD and die. All the while with a smile on her face. Did she audition for the gym teacher in Mean Girls? We were told that it's normal for it to hurt girls to have sex for the first time. The truth is that the hymen is perfectly capable of stretching with foreplay and patience. It's not made to be ripped like the finish line at a marathon. This should be way higher. For me it was the plastic wrap hymen idea, that the man must force through and break the hymen or be blocked from sex being possible. Condoms fail 90% of the time. Everyone who has an abortion regrets it. People who masturbate have low self-esteem. Public school. Fun times. Well, that's true about masturbation, haha, am I right, guys? In 6th grade it seems we were taught that if anyone's blood touched you, you would get AIDS. It wasn't intentional and a total miscommunication, but that day that Braden got a paper cut and everyone kept at least a meter's distance, the teachers realized they needed to clear that up. Some fun facts from sex ed in Nebraska, circa 2008. All gay men get torn anuses and require surgery to repair them. Condoms do nothing to prevent STDs. Women don't enjoy sex. Anyone who has had premarital sex, or who has been sexually assaulted, is unclean and undesirable. This was a fun one for a rape victim. Women don't enjoy sex. That one was probably true.
For the teacher's wife, that is.
Orgasms are for men only. Essentially, there is no scientific reason for a woman to orgasm. Therefore, there is no impact on a woman not having an orgasm during intercourse. Women don't have sex dreams and cannot orgasm in their sleep the way men have wet dreams. Breasts are the most erogenous zones on a woman. Contraception is the woman's sole responsibility. Example, she should always have condoms with her and be on the pill, etc. We had a sex ed teacher, female too, who danced around the simple question of do women orgasm too during sex to the point where she didn't give an answer. One of the students swooped in and answered over her once it became clear she wasn't going to actually give a definitive answer. Thankfully he answered correctly, but he got laid a lot that year. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button like it's a
thick booty.
And don't forget to subscribe to OKPJ Dark if you like nice things, like new videos every day. See you tomorrow.